New York faces a dire situation with homelessness, ranking second highest in the nation. A staggering number of people, estimated at 227,897 in 2024, experience homelessness, translating to a rate of 118 per 10,000 residents. Shelter systems are strained. As of December 2023, over 92,879 people, including a shocking 33,000 children, rely on shelters nightly. This significant increase highlights the growing pressure on resources. The state has even implemented additional shelters for asylum seekers and recent arrivals, bringing the total sheltered population to nearly 123,000 by the end of 2023. However, shelters only tell part of the story. A significant number face unsheltered homelessness, with numbers fluctuating. A single night count in January 2023 estimated over 135,000 people sleep on the streets, subways, or other public spaces. The financial burden of homelessness in New York. Homelessness in New York isn't just a humanitarian crisis, it's a significant financial strain on the state. In 2022, the state allocated over $8 billion to homelessness, with a large portion dedicated to shelters. These costs aren't static with the rising homeless population. Expenses are likely to climb. Data shows the per-person cost of sheltering can vary significantly depending on family size. A 2019 report indicated sheltering a family annually could exceed $97,000, while single adults cost over $51,000, with tens of thousands relying on shelters each year. These ongoing expenses accumulate rapidly. The immense resources needed to house New York's homeless population are further highlighted by the Department of Homeless Services' proposed budget for fiscal year 2023. Driven by shelter needs, the proposal requested a substantial increase to $6.5 billion. This reflects the significant cost of supporting the over 123,000 New Yorkers who rely on the shelter system nightly. While an exact figure for 2024 remains elusive, estimates from the Independent Budget Office paint a concerning picture. New York City alone may require an additional $1.5 billion this year for homeless services beyond what was initially budgeted. This highlights the ongoing financial strain of homelessness. Homeless situation in major cities. A recent point-in-time count conducted in 2023 identified a disturbing rise in Rochester's homeless population, with a total of 14,803 homeless individuals counted. This number signifies a significant increase compared to previous years. This concerning trend suggests a potential growth in street homelessness, particularly among families with children. Racial disparities are evident within the homeless population. According to data from the Coalition for the Homeless, a staggering 58% of homeless shelter residents are Black, while 31% are Hispanic. Furthermore, the video dispels the common misconception that homeless individuals are primarily single males. Data from WIN reveals a surprising statistic. A full 70% of Rochester's homeless population consists of families with children. Buffalo has also seen a significant increase in its homeless population according to the latest PID count. The number jumped to a concerning 17,432 individuals, suggesting a potential link to economic hardship, immigration, or lack of affordable housing. Similar to Rochester, Black Buffalonians are disproportionately represented, making up over half the homeless population. Despite being a minority in the general population, however, the presence of white individuals, 37.4% within the homeless community, is also noteworthy. New York City faces the most staggering numbers, with an average of 87,879 people utilizing shelters each night in November 2023. This alarming figure includes a significant number of children, 13,399. Many choose to sleep outside shelters due to safety concerns or overcrowding. Estimating the unsheltered population is difficult, but reports suggest roughly 39,600 live outside the system. The high cost of living in New York City plays a major role. A report by the Coalition for the Homeless reveals a one-bedroom apartment costing an average of $4,200 per month, far exceeding the minimum wage. This leaves many working individuals and families vulnerable to homelessness if faced with job loss, medical emergencies, or unexpected expenses. The influx of migrants adds another layer of complexity. New York City's legal obligation to provide shelter to anyone experiencing homelessness, including migrants, strains already stretched resources. While many migrants arrive seeking a better life, they often lack resources and require time to secure employment and permanent housing, placing a temporary burden on the system. News reports in 2023 documented the ongoing arrival of migrants, with over 357,600 asylum seekers arriving since the previous spring. Homelessness is a significant issue in all three major New York cities examined. While the specific causes may differ slightly, the high cost of living, racial disparities, and lack of affordable housing are common threads. The influx of migrants further strains resources in New York City. Symphony of survival. The city's symphony thrives on the relentless hum of traffic and the rhythmic flicker of neon signs. But for Amelia, a young woman etched with the defiance of survival, it's a cacophony of harsh realities. Beneath the glittering facade of New York City, a different world exists. Here, cardboard fortresses huddle in doorways, shadows dart through the urban jungle, and weary eyes watch a city that pulsates with indifference. Amelia's bed is a cold metal grate, offering scant protection from the elements. The city's rhythm evolves into a symphony of screeching brakes and wailing sirens, a constant lullaby. Hunger gnaws at her, an ever-present companion that mocks the dazzling displays of food. Each meal is a victory, scavenged from overflowing bins or begged from hurried strangers whose eyes betray a mix of pity and disdain. Days blur into a constant hustle. Amelia juggles panhandling, the sting of rejection a dull ache, with odd jobs like car washes or tourist assistance. The city, however, offers a surprising camaraderie amongst the homeless. There's Miguel, a grizzled veteran with a haunted past who shares his meager food and gruff wisdom. And Rose, a runaway teenager with a fierce spirit who dreams of escaping the concrete jungle. They are a makeshift family, bound by circumstance, their laughter a defiant melody in the harsh city chorus. Danger lurks in the shadows. Nights hold the greatest peril, the threat of violence, the desperate scramble for a safe corner, the fear of predators preying on the vulnerable. Yet, even in the depths of despair, embers of humanity flicker. A kind vendor offering a hot meal, a social worker whispering hope, a passerby with a gentle word. These acts become lifelines, reminding them they are not entirely invisible. Life on the streets strips away illusions. The city's grand monuments become uncaring monoliths, a cruel reminder of the unfulfilled American dream. Yet, there's a strange resilience in Amelia's eyes. The city, for all its harshness, has forged a strength she never knew she possessed. She dreams not of riches, but of a simple comfort. A warm bed, a roof overhead, a chance to reclaim her life. New York City, the city that never sleeps, is a paradox. A place of dazzling wealth juxtaposed with crushing poverty, breathtaking beauty hiding brutal realities. For those who call the streets home, it's a relentless test of will, a daily struggle for survival. But beneath the grime and despair, there's a flicker of hope, a testament to the enduring human spirit that strives to find a melody even in the city's most discordant symphony.